Do you ever wonder if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in life? A year ago, it was Christmas break. I was frustrated, burnt out, and unsure of what my next move was in my career. So I did what I do when I get stressed. I obsessively write lists. I wrote down 3 things. 1, create a social media agency, the social butterfly. 2, finally become fit, lose 10 pounds. And number 3, gain 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by posting videos more consistently. I scribbled these onto a random notebook, forgot about them, and went on with my life. What then followed was a year of unexpected and chaotic change. I left my tech job. I joined a startup. I left that startup, panicked, designed a bunch of apps, launched the Jaia Studio Design Agency, and worked with some amazing clients in the fitness and food industries. Then earlier this month, I stumbled across this long-lost note, and it was uncanny. Regardless of all the ups and downs, somehow I willed those ideas into existence. Minus the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, after finding that forgotten note, it inspired me to make my own year-end video, featuring my design work, goals, lessons learned, and what's next for Jaia Studio in 2025. Before I dive into this, I want to say hi, I'm Jen, and I willed the Jaia Studio Design Agency into existence this year. But you're probably here because I make videos on branding, design, and marketing. If you're interested in any of those topics, like this video, leave a comment about one of your goals from last year, and subscribe if you haven't already. Because not to get ahead of myself, but next year I have some pretty interesting content and client case studies that you don't want to miss. And if you want more design content, you can always subscribe to my monthly design newsletter. Find me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Goal number 1, build a design agency. Lesson learned, trust the process. When I wrote down start a social media agency, it was a very abstract, maybe one day lofty idea. It wasn't what I thought would happen, but it's what did happen. And looking back, this was a year of embracing the unknown and trusting the process. Maybe you've been in that space before, a faraway idea of what could be, but a Mount Everest-sized amount of work and learning before you. For me, it meant trusting that if I kept up with my healthy habits, honed in on my design skills, networked and put myself out there, that things would eventually align. Living in a state of limbo without certainty is uncomfortable, but an important lesson if you want to run your own business. Speaking of business, building the Jaia Studio Agency this last year has been incredibly rewarding, and I've had the privilege of working with incredible clients across industries, from fitness to food, and each project has reminded me that I am on the right path. So if you're in a season of uncertainty, my advice is to stay as open as possible and trust that the right pieces will fall into place. Goal 2, finally become fit. Lesson learned, build your contacts and relationships. When I set out to lose 10 pounds, I took a borderline obsessive approach, and I researched every boot camp, gym, and personal trainer in my region. Most places offered drop-in sessions or free trials, so I made it a mission to sample all of them to find what worked for my lifestyle. What I didn't realize was how this journey would change not only my fitness, but my network. Along the way, I met incredible fitness professionals who later became my clients. They saw my work, reached out, and this unknowingly shaped the direction of Jaia Studio. I always liked fitness, but creating branding, web, and design solutions for fitness professionals wasn't on my radar until I started building relationships. It taught me that sometimes your focus doesn't need to be on finding a niche, it's about building meaningful connections that will naturally guide you where you're meant to be. If my dad had a catchphrase, it would be, you need contacts and relationships to do anything in life. And he's absolutely right. The people that you meet have the power to influence your path in ways that you can't predict. If you're unsure what to specialize in or where to focus your energy, start by fostering connections. It's through those relationships that growth, both personally and professionally, truly happen. Goal 3, gain 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Lesson learned, embrace change. When I set the goal to reach 1,000 subscribers, my goal was simple: to use videography to storytell and to give myself financial freedom. And while I didn't hit that specific milestone of 1,000 subscribers, what I gained in the process was far more valuable. This year, my camera has taken me to so many places. It has been a tool for connection, creation, and storytelling. I started the YouTube channel as an outlet from my 9-to-5 job because I felt like I had no more creativity left. Now the intentionality behind the channel has completely changed. It is more about telling the stories of my clients and elevating their businesses than it is myself. And honestly, I'm a lot happier doing this. Being able to help others turn their side hustles into full-time careers has been profoundly impactful to me. And what's the lesson here? It's to embrace change. Goals don't always unfold the way that we imagine, and sometimes they evolve to something completely different. And that's okay, actually that's great, because that's growth. Having 1,000 subscribers will happen when it's supposed to happen, but now the intentionality behind what I'm doing has so much more purpose than just a number or amount of attention that I want to gain. By building up people around me, I'm confident that together we'll all achieve even greater success, because a rising tide truly does raise all ships. Looking ahead to next year, my goal for 2025 is dream bigger. My vision for where Jaia Studio could grow is evolving constantly. By using education, I want to continue to create resources for small business owners and creatives with templates, guides, and possibly workshops designed to elevate their brands. I also want to dive deeper into the health and wellness space. It's a field with a lot of growth potential, and I envision this happening through customized apps, working on e-commerce platforms, and supporting independent businesses. And of course, my channel is not going anywhere, and I'm already planning my content, including a video on the predictions of social media and marketing trends for 2025. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and look out for that. Let's see how far we can all grow together. To everyone who has tuned in to watch my videos, interact with my channel, send me feedback, follow me on social media platforms, thank you so much. It's been really encouraging to see how this has evolved even in the last year on a YouTube channel. Before you go, drop a comment and tell me what one of your wins or goals was from 2024. I would love to hear it. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next year.